I've been playing everything on these sheets.
You liar.
It's supposed to look legal, but all the money that Tommy Donlevy makes, he never sees it.
Well, shitty, I'd take good care of him.
Obviously, somebody must be taking pretty good care of him. I hear he's strung out on smack all the time.
Hey, wait a minute.
Baby, come down, please.
Okay, Tommy, playback's ready.
This is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't fit. And don't talk to me about how much it cost. The sleeves are falling off, and I want a red one. Now get out of here.
Hey, Tommy, why don't we sweeten the Fender bass when we overdub the vocal?
All right, let's do the vocal again from the instrumental. The first part was all right, wasn't it? Roll it. Get out of here!
What do you think, Dave?
Playback.
I heard you the first time. So I don't really practice anymore. Bobby Potty's terrible. Has been. Tommy, hold it.
Hey, Bobby, what's the matter? What's the matter? Bobby? Bobby? What's the matter?
You know how many people die, how many PMs we have to perform. Besides, what's your big interest in this?
Well, I got a pretty good idea. My badge still says cop on it, remember? And my interest is job-related. We've been assigned to investigate drug trafficking in the record business.
Beats working. Potter, Robert Frederick, age 22.
You're pressed for time, I'm pressed for time, okay?
In words you understand, diabetic coma.
Potter was a diabetic.
That we established. You get copies. I'm way over budget for the month.
You keep tissue samples for a minimum of what, 3-4 months?
Back off, Crowley. I have 3 customers stacked up in there.
Yeah, well, there's nothing here about a Dietz Hupper test.
There was no reason to suspect heroin poisoning. Any diabetic shooting heroin is committing suicide.
Who's talking suicide? How long would it take you to run up a Dietz Hupper test?
How long would it take you to put your request through channels?
Oh, come on now. You're not gonna put me through all that, are you, Dorothy?
Calling me Dorothy won't buy you any speed, Bill.
Hey, Linda, it's Bill. We're here.
Just a minute, I'll be with you, Bill. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Go on, relax. Come on, sweetheart. This isn't living statue time. Let's get a little life into it. Come on. Come on.
You've got better biceps.
And bigger feet.
Okay. Take 5. Hi, Bill.
How are you, Linda? Nice to see you. This is obviously Sergeant Anderson here.
Huh? Oh.
Hello, Sergeant Anderson.
Nice studio you got.
I'm Linda Cam, Dame Magazine. Sit down.
Okay. Is this all your stuff?
Right.
Oh, that's
She's
beautiful.
an exciting life, isn't she?
Yeah.
Listen, honey,
Fantastic.
I happened to mention to Linda that we were starting a rundown on Bobby Potter.
Right.
Right. I told Bill that we were preparing a big layout on the chromium skateboard. Pullout's the works when Bobby died. We had to postpone it. Ever since I've been hearing things about money, things about dope. When I add it up, it comes out to a big payola ripoff with Meteor Records and David Griffin in it up to their corporate ears.
Yeah, those stories are always around. We've been trying to nail Griffin for years.
I heard that Bobby Potter wanted to leave the group, that he wanted to blow the whistle.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, it does make it different.
Yeah. So, we're sending you in with a chromium skateboard.
You can try to pass me off as a groupie?
You'll come to love it.
What am I really going to be?
Can you set up a meeting with your new interviewer here, with Don Levy?
Right away, I can guarantee it. If Dame Magazine gets the story.
You set it up and you got the story.
So I'm going to be a reporter?
You're going to be Monica Bryant.
Monica Bryant. I know that name.
She works out of our New York office. But right now, she is spending a month in the Greek islands.
Yeah. Listen, I know you're busy, honey. Set up this time and place and let us know, will you?
All right. Bye. Thanks a million.
Back in the saddle, Peter.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hey, look, do me a favor, will you? When she gets here, just send her right up.
Dave, you're pushing too hard. That boy's in no shape to see any reporter.
The magazine's getting hot again.
Tommy is still upset. He hasn't budged from that saxophone in a month. Bobby was his best friend, you know.
Yeah, terrific. I'm his only friend, and he owes me 3 albums. I don't need more than a patched-up Bobby Porter memorial album to keep this roof over his head.
Tommy's paid off to you.
I take it 1 gold record at a time. You'd be doing yourself a favor, and the kid in there, if you try to convince him that he'd better get into a recording studio quick, before a whole new generation grows up that never heard of him.
Oh, Miss Roth. I'm Monica Bryant.
Of course. From Dame Magazine. Hi. I guess you've heard of Dave Griffin, Meteor Records.
You're a friendly neighborhood record pusher.
Who hasn't? How do you do?
If you were selling something, Miss Bryant, I'd have to buy the whole line.
Right now, I'm just a poor working girl, I'm afraid.
In that case, I guess I better feed you. I'll pick you up for dinner tonight.
Well, I might be busy.
Oh, that's right on your story. Well, why don't you call me when you're finished here? Audrey knows where to reach me. Audrey, take good care of Miss Bryant.
That's your department.
Is she terrific?
You're very nice yourself.
Tommy is still broken up. So don't expect too much of him.
Hi. Hi. I'm Monica Bryant from Dame Magazine. Charlie Parker's version of Embraceable You. Charlie Parker. The Bird, his last gig for Dial Records, recorded in New York in 1948. So, not that many people can handle the G major progression from the tonic chord to the diminished to the D7th, right?
You ever see Bird?
No, just know his music.
Okay, why waste time? Look, you got the real Tommy D right here in the flesh. No mascara, no sequin dust, no fancy threads.
I love it. Shall we sit down?
Hey, Tommy. The doctors told you to rest.
Yeah, so what?
I'm gonna go in, honey. I'm gonna change, get a shower, okay?
Yeah, so long. Want to see the place? 22 beautiful acres, perched high atop the gilded hills, and a scant 2 miles away from the ratty neighborhood where I was born and grew up. And yet I cannot forget my roots, pure California, as American as the rolling surf and the sandy hills. Hey, what's the matter? Did I say a dirty word?
Well, I can get that nonsense out of any fan magazine.
Nonsense. Hey, now hold it. You're disposing of my life story right there.
Okay. The recorder's off. There's nobody here but us. Relax. Be yourself. Nobody ever died of it.
Don't be too sure of that.
Come on, loosen up. What troubles have you got? Everybody's got troubles. Come on.
Hey, wait a minute, lady. Where you been? I have 3 gold records and 2 platinum records. I just sold out the Forum in Madison Square Garden. You call that trouble?
Well, you tell me. Now, as I said, the recorder's off. Nobody'll know. And you might even feel better. I don't care how many people fight to get into Yankee Stadium to hear you, or how many stooges you got up in that mausoleum. You have the look of a very lonely guy.
All right. I'll be fair. The way I see it, you're just a working stiff, and you got a job to do. Correct?
Right.
Want to catch the real Tom Donlevy? Caught unaware, in the raw? Terrific. Call your photographer. I'm going to set you up a recording session. Hey, Dave! Come Marcia! Audrey!
But were you on friendly terms with Bobby?
He was Tommy's friend.
Wait for the court.
Chuck and me, we came along later.
Have you any idea why he wanted to leave the group?
Aha. Knew we'd meet again.
Mr. Griffith, hello.
Sonny, the rest of the boys are ready. Come on. Yeah, should be able to see and hear better from the booth. You ever been to a recording session before?
Nothing like this.
There is nothing like that.
Would you mind stepping out? We're gonna play now.
Right away, buddy. Okay, everybody, let's settle down. Tommy, you want to rehearse it once for the levels?
This is liable to last probably
No,
long.
let's lay it down right away.
Come on, Tommy.
I said we'll lay it down.
That should be good for my story.
Yeah, I'm still planning on dinner.
Now, will that be good for my story?
Depends on the point of view. Huh?
Roll it.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Johnny, I think you've probably met everybody here, right? We're not total strangers, are we? Think you can try getting with the beat? Once more from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop! Hold. Are you gonna get with it? You can read notes, can't you, Maris?
I've been following the chart.
Look, I don't want to spend the rest of my life on this one lousy cut, all right?
He's used to Bobby on bass.
Hey, Johnny Maris is the best.
I know, but he's used to Bobby.
Period.
Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We trying to set some kind of record around here?
Now what?
Follow the chart.
Tommy, I've been playing everything on these sheets.
Like hell you have. I ought to know. I wrote them all.
Not the way I heard it.
What is that supposed to mean?
You just put your name on the music. Bobby Potter wrote all this material.
You liar.
One big happy family.
I don't know. I don't get it. Johnny Maris is the best in the business. I don't know why I had to choose him out.
I don't know, Dan.
No, it's me, you know. It's me doing it. I can see myself lossing everything up. I can't stop. I can't stop.
Baby, come down, please. I just die when you're like this.
Help me, Jenny. Help me.
Sure, we'll sign. Let him sweat a little bit. Humility never killed anybody. Now, you get back to me, huh? Oh, never quits.
It'd probably kill you if it did.
You're probably right, huh? I love it. I live off the tension, the excitement, everything that goes with this business.
For you, a vacation is flying to Europe to hear a new group, I'll bet.
Wrong. For me, a vacation is flying to Europe to sign a new group. Yeah, I studied to be an accountant.
Yeah.
Could you see me bent over a bunch of books trying to work out a tax savings and then heading for the valley every night?
Depends what you got in the valley.
Well, I'm not putting it down. It's just that I like what I have here.
Here.
Yeah.
Nobody lives here.
It wasn't designed for living.
What that boy said about Tommy's songs.
To me, it's a place to let it all hang out.
Did Bobby write them?
You don't stop, do you?
Just like you. First things first.
A song. Who knows who writes a song? A bunch of guys get together, they kick around a few ideas, they jam a little, and before you know it, a song.
Who does the publishing?
We have a company.
We?
When the group first started, nobody wanted to chance it alone. It was too big a gamble.
You own the publishing rights.
I share. I come.
That could be the Stones looking for a new company.
No way. No way. No way.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, what is it, Audrey? I can wait. I told you. I don't want to talk about it. Hold on a second. Where are you going? Come on. Hey, Audrey, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to get all the information you can about this gal Bryant. Where she comes from, her credits, everything. All right? Thanks.
Bill, I don't know how we missed this.
The deed supper test.
There was enough heroin in his system to account for his death. How soon do you want my report on it?
When you get around to it. We got a deal going down right now. This whole thing may be wrapped up in a couple of days.
You know how things are around here. You never catch up with the paperwork.
Remind me to buy you a drink sometime.
Hi.
Hey, Monica, how are you? Jenny, turn that thing down, will you?
You okay?
Yeah. I guess I was a little dumb about the whole thing. I had no business sounding Johnny Maris. You can't buy a better bass player than him. Anyway, I had Audrey send him a big check.
Oh, that'll square everything.
Look, it happened. Maybe I shouldn't have been in such a rush to get back to the recording studio.
Maybe you were still a little too upset over Bobby. Were you with Bobby before the record session the night he died?
What does it matter?
He was a diabetic, right?
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
Did you actually see Bobby take his own insulin that night?
Hey, Monica, you want to take a little drive with me? Got a brand new set of wheels right outside here. Jenny just fixed it up for me.
Jenny?
Yeah, well, her father used to drive stock cars, and Jenny spent most of her young life following him around from one dirt track to another. Come on.
I'll get my bag.
You stay right there.
Dino Raimondi?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Crowley, Police Department. This is Investigator Stiles. Your parole officer's not coming, Dino.
Why are you roasting him? He hasn't done anything.
Look, miss.
He's on parole, which means his parole officer has the right to interview him anytime he likes. Right, Dino?
Please, Sandra, don't say anything.
Sandra. Excuse me, are you Sandra Wortman?
That's right. She is Mr. Griffin's secretary.
Aren't you also listed as president of the publishing company?
I'm not on parole, Sergeant.
I must have the wrong slant on the music business.
Sandra, why don't you go on back to the office? Mr. Griffin's probably waiting on you, huh?
Yes, Sandra. Dino will be all right, won't you, Dino?
Sure.
Well, you call me as soon as you can.
Mind if we sit down?
No, make yourself right at home.
Oh, thank you. Now, look, kid. Nobody wants to step on you, you know?
Yeah, I bet.
We just want to know what happened the night Bobby Potter died.
Bobby died, period.
Who could have got at his insulin?
I never touched his insulin.
I never said you did. But you're in a good position to know who could have. Dino, let me tell you something. You're in a hell of a lot deeper this time than a mere possession for sale case. Now, what about it?
Look, listen, I gotta think about it. Give me a day to come up with something, all right?
Just be careful you don't think yourself back into the joint.
Yeah, where you been all day? I've been trying to reach you. Listen, there were just two cops over here twisting me, huh? Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, all right, right. Okay.
Jenny, David, I want you to do something for me.
How long since you've been this far away from the studio?
I can't even remember.
It's beautiful.
Hey, Al. Say bye.
You dig this?
Oh, yeah. My father and I used to come out here all the time. And even after he divorced Mom, picked me up every Sunday. Then when he had a couple of gigs, but he was a musician. Then we'd take the half-day boat. Or if he wasn't holding, we'd just stay here on the pier and fish all day long.
He played sax, too?
Yeah, Al. He played just as good as Bird. He died before I made it big. Listen, can you do me a favor? This article or whatever it is, could you just leave off my mother? She gets hers every week.
Okay. What about money? You have any idea how much you make every year?
You kidding? I can't even count that high.
Well, somebody must know.
Yeah, you're right. I got it made, the American dream. Big house, big car, plenty of women like Jenny. Every time I turn my head, there are people falling all over each other to do what I want.
Really? Or are they there to make sure you do what they want? Tommy.
Shut up!
Tommy. What's bothering you?
Nothing's bothering me.
Why did Bobby want to leave the group? What did happen the night he died? Had your fun? Maybe I better drive. I value my life, and you're too big an investment to end up at the bottom of one of these canyons.
All right, out, get out.
What? What? Tommy?
I don't need you hassling me.
Unsnap the line!
Let's get him in the wagon.
Bill?
Man, I should have leaned on him harder. Shouldn't have given him time to think.
Yeah, but you didn't know this was going to happen. Look, I know how you feel. I've blown my in with Tommy Donlevy.
Yeah. Pap, I gotta go. I want to be there when they break the news to Sandra Wortman.
Hey, man, quit pushing on me, will you? I told you I never saw him.
But you knew he was there.
No way. How many times do I have to tell you? There was a lot of people there.
Cool it. Quit all this shucking and jiving.
Sure, like I said, man, I never made any guarantee.
Would you like some more?
We didn't ask
No, I'm okay now. I should have stayed with him. I should have been there to help him.
Some was down and some of them was hurt. He ain't out of it.
There are a lot of things a lot of us should have done, Sandra, but we didn't. We can't go back.
I had to smart off at you.
Everybody smarts over the cop, don't they, Joe?
Yeah.
See, I was trying to tell Dino that it wasn't him I wanted. Chromium Skateboard was scoring with him.
Oh, he wasn't dealing. He had no choice.
Who was leaning on him, Sandra? Was it Griffin?
I don't know. It might have been. When Dino was busted before, he worked for Media Records. He was a promotion man. He called on radio stations.
Well, look, Sandra, did
Something else. I don't know which
Griffith get him the job with Tom Donlevy?
Y'all strung
I
out.
don't know. I guess so.
Sandra, you're Griffin's secretary. You're also listed as an officer in some of his companies.
I just sign forms, type minutes. Somebody has to do
Yes,
it.
but you got your head together. Now, you probably got a pretty good idea what's going on, especially with Chromium Skateboard.
It happens to a lot of groups.
What happens to a lot of groups? Murder?
Please. I know so little about any of this.
Sandra, 2 people are dead. 2 people have been murdered. You want to help Dino? I said nobody can go back, but you really want to help Dino? Okay, here's your chance.
It's all very complicated, and it's supposed to look legal. But all the money that Tommy Donlevy makes, he never sees it. They have papers his mother signed, agreements, long-term notes.
Bobby Potter was making noises, right?
He wanted an accounting. He was going to see a lawyer
Who's got these records? Where are they?
in the office. But please, I don't want to go back there anymore.
Okay. Sandra, listen, Investigator Stiles will take you home. He'll also call you as soon as the coroner will release the body.
He doesn't have to.
Of course I don't. But it'll make it a lot easier for you if I do.
Sandra, did Dino ever score for the skateboard?
Once. And he really sweated. It's about 5 or 6 weeks ago.
That's about the time Bobby Potter died.
Right.
Okay, I'll be in touch. Thanks very much.
Hey, man, you've really blown your mind. You don't want no part of that Brian shit.
Oh, climb off, will you? I have enough problems on my back.
Yeah, well, I know. But you don't need her up there, too.
I just can't think straight anymore.
Well, we know how to fix that, don't we?
Oh, that's terrific. That's just terrific. That's your answer to everything, isn't it? Don't you understand? I'm in big trouble.
Well, what about me? Don't I count anymore? Okay, fine.
Well, you're not walking, are you?
Why not? You got a new old lady, blonde, and beautiful.
I got you, babe.
One or the other. Can be out of here in 5 minutes. If you go on one of those bummers, don't you come looking for Jenny.
Don't split on me, Jenny.
Get rid of that chick.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you're really hurting. Maybe I better make a run. Pick up something. You be okay?
When are you coming back?
A couple hours.
What are you guys doing? Studying for your finals?
Yeah. Looks like we might flunk Griffin out.
Just from those?
No, not quite, but at least now we know what records to go in and subpoena.
Looks like your friend Griffin is not a very nice man.
Tell me about it.
Well, looks like he launders mob money, among other sins.
Crowley. Yeah, hey, Linda. You still taking pictures of Peter? Wait a minute, you can't say that to a cop. I'm looking at her even as we speak. Is that right? Okay, thanks. Oh, looks like you're still in. Tommy Donlevy wants to see you right away.
It's very interesting.
Sure, I'm scared. First Bobby and now Dino.
Your problem is Tommy Donlevy.
Yeah, and he's coming apart.
Jenny's with him.
Oh, do you want him zonked out of his skull?
I'll tell you what I want. I want another album. I want it in gold, I want it in platinum, I want the whole works. I don't care what you have to do. Squeeze him.
Yeah, and suppose there's no more juice inside. Suppose there's nothing.
I'm gonna feel sorry for him. But I want my money's worth. Well, what about that Bryant gal I asked you about?
Oh, she's on the Dame magazine staff in New York. She wrote a novel a couple of years ago.
Well, get me a copy of the book. I want to know everything there is to know about that lady.
Dave, she isn't worth it.
I'll decide if she's worth it or not worth it. Give me the book. You better get back to Tommy.
He's not going anywhere. Dave, what are you gonna do if Tommy can't get it together?
Tough.
On who?
What do you think?
Well, you got a contract. You gotta pay him.
Not if they bust him. It's standard in every contract.
You're a mean dude.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. I love mean dudes.
But you got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Griffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Crowley. It's Investigator Stiles. I'd like to have a little talk with you, please. Inside?
What's your name?
Cloris.
No calls, Cloris.
Yes, sir.
Whatever it is, I'm pretty busy.
Yeah, we know how busy you are, Mr. Griffin. See, we're conducting an investigation, and I need to take a look at your corporate records for Chrome Publishing Company, TD Recording, Skate Management.
Yeah, wait. Not without a court order.
Come on, Mr. Griffin. I think you're well aware that corporate records are open to the public scrutiny, aren't you?
What do they say about fighting City Hall?
You lose.
Yeah. Rolling Wheel Productions.
Give me the list. You can look all you want. Everything's straight.
Fine, then you got nothing to worry about.
Better not. I pay a big retainer every year to make sure of that. Legally, I'm clean.
What about ethically?
Ethically? Are you kidding? In this business, we made rich men out of a bunch of kids that should be pumping gas.
Unfortunately, two of those rich men are dead, and the third one's strung out on drugs.
Nobody's mother.
Yeah. What kind of an accounting did Bobby Potter want?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just trying to establish fact, not a rumor.
What about Tommy Donlevy? You ever get out of line?
Well, shitty, I take good care of him.
Obviously, somebody must be taking pretty good care of him. I hear he's strung out on smack all the time.
Hey, wait a minute now. I don't have to listen to this. I'm going to ask you gentlemen to leave.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Griffin. You see, we're just trying to do our job, and sometimes we get a little carried away. Fact is, we're going to need your permission to have these records copied. You see, without your permission, I'm going to have to go down and get a court order and come back and confiscate them. It gets to be a big hassle. I'd like to avoid that, wouldn't you? Or would you?
Go ahead.
Thanks for your cooperation.
Sorry there are no pictures.
Well, see, everybody says they love me so much. Audrey and Dave and Jenny. And I tell myself they need me. But you're right. They're all into me.
It spelled money.
Ah.
When did it all start, Tommy? With Bobby?
Before, I think. Bobby always used to say, here we are writing songs about truth and honesty. All the heavies. And what are we doing? How are we living?
He was going to quit?
Yeah. I wasn't ready for that. We'd been together since we were kids.
The night he died, do you remember something?
We had a big hassle over something. Jenny gave me all the details about that. I remember Dave kept telling me, don't worry, Bobby isn't really going to split. You see, there are a lot of things recently that I just can't remember. Other people tell me about them later.
Things like what?
Like last night. I'm really sorry about that, Monica. You know, it's just that sometimes people, they get to me, and I don't know what I'm going to do next.
Did you come right back here after you dumped me in the canyon? Then what?
Then I got spaced out, you know.
No, I don't know. And you're going to have to be able to come up with something better than that for the police.
Police? Why the police?
Tommy, this is the real world. A boy was killed. People have to know why.
Come in.
Mr. Griffin, Miss Roth brought this by for you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Think about it, Tommy, okay?
Thinking is too much effort.
Hi. Did I miss anything?
You never miss a trick. Call you later, Tommy.
There she is. Okay, leave it alone.
I'm fine. Oh.
Wait a minute, hold. Here, here.
Oh.
Here, just take it easy, Pep. Here, give me a hand.
I'm telling you, I'm okay.
It's okay.
I'm okay. I'm all right. Oh.
You're okay.
Look at my car. Oh, it's a mess. Look at it. I need my car. Oh, somebody get my shoes and my purse.
Get my shoes. I'm telling you, I'm all
hold your arm
right.
still, will you? Hold your
I'm
arm still, will you
okay.
please? Pass
Look at
on.
my car. My car is what's ruined.
Just relax
I'm
and let him
fine.
examine you.
I'm all right.
You know
now
your
it's
mouth
the-
still works.
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
Can I see you a minute?
I'll be right back.
Okay, get my shoes and my purse.
Relax, will you?
I'm telling you, it's just a couple of bruises. I'm all right. Ah, ooh.
Somebody cut the emergency brake cable and the brake line.
You're kidding. It's a good thing she had her seatbelt on. She be sitting up like that?
Well, it's hard to believe, but she seems to be all right.
See?
I think she should stay off her feet for a while, though.
What do you know about this?
I don't know anything
Somebody
about
cut the brake lines on her car. Now, what do you know about it? Did you have anything to do with it?
it. Had to be Jenny. Oh, she'll tell you. I was driving up the hill. I saw her. I stopped to help her. I was the one who phoned the ambulance.
Are you sure she's okay?
Yeah, just let her take it easy for a little bit, for a little while.
You want to join us up at the top of the hill for a little conversation?
I wouldn't, but if you insist, I will.
You can ride up with Investigator Stiles. Joe, take her up.
Okay, come on.
Take it easy.
Ooh, yeah, I'm all right. I'm fine.
You realize how close you came there?
Yeah, I noticed.
I can't take many more of these. Here you go, Pep.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, Miss Roth. Now, you want to tell me what you know about Bobby Potter?
Well, what about Bobby Potter? I don't understand the question.
You mean you were not aware that he was going to knock down this sweet little deal of yours?
Who was in on it? Let me tell you something, Miss Roth. Now, we have ways of getting to the truth. We just subpoena you before the grand jury. But we're offering you immunity.
There isn't much time. We still don't know where Tommy and Jenny have gone.
I don't know. I swear I don't know.
Then why don't you just start by telling us what you do know?
If I were you, I'd listen to him. You don't have to go to the end of the line with the others. You can do yourself a favor.
Well, I guess you could say I was part of it. Who wouldn't? We had a good thing going, Dave and I.
What about Dino? How'd he fit into it?
He was Dave's man. He used to distribute drugs for Dave when he worked as a promotion man.
And what did Jenny get out of it?
Plenty. She enjoyed watching Tommy sweat. Oh, man, she's one bad chick.
I have a pretty good idea where Jenny might have gone, one of two places.
The office?
Yeah.
Does he keep a gun at the office?
Yes, and he might use it.
Let's have the keys. Miss Roth, we're going to put you under protective custody in a hotel room till this thing blows over.
Yeah, Bill, Joe. I just checked out Griffith's apartment.
Stake it out.
You got it.
Sergeant Crowley? Yeah. We got a radio message. The van was spotted on a supermarket parking lot over on Macon and First. We got a unit standing by.
Close enough.
Yeah. Listen, have your partner cover the back. You take the front. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I should have let you come with me. The paramedic said you should stay off your feet.
I'm all right.
Now, I'm going up to the office. Now, you sit down.
You want me to back you up?
No, I would just sit down and get off your feet.
They might be in the studio.
Just wait for me, okay?
Okay.
How long is this gonna take?
Less than it took Potter. We didn't get much time. Tommy? Tommy, you listen to Jenny. She'll tell you what's right. Come
I
on.
know. Come on. Tell about Bobby. You switched the insulin, remember? Come on. Come on. Tell about Dino.
Dino's dead.
I know Dino's dead. No, come on. Come on. Come on. put it down. Dino called. Dino called. You had to go meet him. He was going too fast. Too fast. He was going too fast. Come on, write it down. Come on.
Bill, answer the phone. Answer the phone.
Yeah?
Bill, they're in Studio A. Hurry over.
Get up, Sergeant Anderson. Get up. Come on. Get in there.
Come on, sign.
Hey, Dave, who's that?
Get over here, this side.
What are you doing here?
She's a cop, Tommy. Come on, put it down. You had to kill her. Write it. Come on.
No,
You had to kill her.
I'm not gonna. I can't. I won't.
Write it!
They killed Dino and Bobby. They're making this kind of confession.
Freeze! Hold it right there. All right, now put that gun down. Put it down, nice and easy. Let's go. Put your hands on top of your head. Both of you. All right, move around to the front of the piano. Move! Move! Down on your knees. Hold it! You better get an ambulance. This kid's in bad shape. I thought I told you to wait.
I was waiting. Isn't he great?
You're really something else. I got a sneaky feeling it won't be long before you'll be back in the recording studio.
Well, maybe with this, but no more funny clothes.
You don't have to worry about your clothes. We just let it happen, okay?
Okay.
Hey.
We'll drop by in a week or so.
All right.
See you in a couple weeks.
Okay. Thank you.
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
That could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for policewomen. In case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. Okay, Jackie, drum roll. Whoa!
You shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have. That's exactly what she asked me to bring her. Okay.
Now, Sarah, for when we were bunkies together, because you never had any cologne of your own.
I was always running out because you always kept ripping me off.
Ooh.
Noche de Luna. Night of the moon.
Well, don't wear it when any loonies around. Okay?
The way things have been going these days, I'll settle for one of those.
Hey, Liz, welcome back. How was your trip?
Pepper. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, listen, for all of you police persons who haven't met Irene Boyer, this is Irene Boyer.
Hi, Irene.
She's new. Stolen property, lots of luck.
Oh, Pepper. Perfect timing.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh, Lay.
Hold it down in here. Sounds like a hen party.
Hey.
Welcome back. Oh.
Hey, get out of here, man. This is our oasis.
Wait till I get my enchilada. I didn't get one postcard from you.
William, the cruise was only for 7 days. Besides, you just moved and I lost my address book.
That's a likely story.
But I think this should appease you.
Mexican Johnny wings, right?
No, it's not. Swiss.
Let me see.
It cost a lot of pesetas, so I want you to wear it.
Look at that.
Oh, Liz.
Wow.
Hey, it's only for very special occasions, okay? So don't wear it all the time. You don't want to
Are
hurt
you
it.
kidding? This is my everyday watch. Put that right on.
Oh!
This means we're engaged, right?
Only during office hours. Oh, how's Honey Bunch? Oh, you were such a sweetheart for taking care
I
of
tell
him.
you, I give you a little clue about Honey Bunch. He's not sleeping on my bed, and I'm curled up on the newspapers in the corner. It's a dumb name for a dog. I get it. If you don't think I feel silly going out in the back yelling, "Come on, Honey Bunch, here, Honey Bunch."
Crowley, the way I hear it, you gave Liz the dog and you named it.
Is that what you hear? Listen, you stick around till after work. I take you over to Vinny's and buy you the biggest steak in the house. I must stop over at my place and pick up Honey Bunch. It's a silly name for a dog.
Now does it make any sense?
Well,
which means not really, but it will later. Right?
Pepper, I'm not exactly a nosy type,
But be nosy, you're a cop.
well, back in there, Liz Robeson and Sergeant Crowley, well, I was wondering, is there some sort of thing between them?
Yeah, they love each other. See, about, must be 12 years now. Crowley and Liz's brother were partners in Ad Narc. And they were working a case, closing in on a dealer. The dealer was armed, was about to take a shot at Bill when Robeson rushed him and he got the bullet instead. And it killed him. So now Liz is a cop and Crowley is like a big brother to her. That's the thing between them.
When'd you get back, Liz?
Oh, well, the ship docked about noon, so I went home and I took a nap, which I needed desperately. Then I just came right down here to see you guys.
Hope you had a nice time, did you?
Oh, excellent.
What are you thinking about?
Just wondering.
What are you wondering?
You're sure this is your treat?
Sure, why would you ask a dumb question like that? Listen, even though I said steak, I just gotta tell you, I hear that Vinny has a new sandwich. Tuna and pimento loaf. That's just, no, but have the steak.
If you
have
talk
the steak. Have the steak. Sarah,
Oh,
did you get the message?
yeah, Bill, thanks. I'd love to join you, but I've got to show these to Hopkins.
You're not going with us?
No, I'm sorry. I've worked on 6 unfit mother cases today. 6, and I'm just
Okay.
too pooped.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
See you next time.
all right?
Okay,
Bye-bye. Pep?
Thank you.
My cabin mate was this lady named Ms. Nimrova.
Your cabin maid was named Ms. Nimrova?
Mm-hmm. When I first met her, I thought, my lord, how am I going to live with all this smoke?
Lots of cigarettes, huh?
No. It's even worse.
No. Cigars?
No. She smoked a pipe, Pepper.
A pipe? Is she
You're
smoking in the
kidding.
cabin?
Sure it was Ms. Nimrova?
No doubt.
I mean, from what I hear, these cruises really swing.
walked up to me and said, "What line of work are you in, Miss Robeson?" And I said, "I'm in Vice, sir."
And then he wasn't so bored anymore.
I was sitting at the captain's table next night. The
bet.
champagne just flowed.
Bill, when can I get 7 days off to just take a dinghy to Catalina?
You gotta be dingy to ask a question like that.
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
No,
No fingerprints.
nothing except the dead policewoman. And maybe this. Hoyt Wiley. You know the name.
Sure, Arizona City. Wanted for killing a couple of policewomen there a few months ago, right?
Wanted, never caught. It's the same MO. Bedroom, dark, gloves, 6 knife wounds, no sexual attack, no apparent motive.
Just insane.
Just insane. But maybe Wiley decided to come to the West Coast. He was reported in Portland and Spokane. Maybe he's down here now.
Captain, we won't in on this, all right?
Franklin and his men will continue on the Wiley end. That's the only possibility we have. I want you to talk to Liz Robeson. She and Rossi were roommates. Find out everything she knows.
She's waiting in my office right now, Captain. She wants in on this, too.
It was 6 weeks ago that she'd found this house, a rental. She said it was about time that we each had a place of our own. I think she just wanted to do something extravagant with her rave.
Is that when she moved?
Yeah.
Liz? How long did the two of you share the house?
2 years.
Liz, in that time, were there any men who she knew, dated, that might have been a problem? Something personal?
Sarah didn't go out.
Never?
With guys from the academy? When you're in juvenile, your job is your life. You deal with the kids and the parents, or you're always trying to solve some heavy situation.
Were any of those situations especially heavy recently?
Maybe one.
When was this?
About 6 months ago.
What was that, honey?
There was a drunk who had been accused of abusing his children, and he put 2 babies in the hospital. His wife was too scared to testify, and Sarah had finally convinced her to file for divorce.
Did the guy know that Sarah convinced her?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he got her number, but he did. He started calling Sarah and saying that she had ruined his life. And threatening her.
Well, didn't she report it?
Well, I think she was going to, but then the call stopped.
Liz, do you know his name?
No. But I bet if I looked in her files, I'd find a name.
Come on, I'll help you.
Thank you. So once in a while, Sarah and I would, we'd have a beer and we'd stay up late at night and we'd talk. And one night after we'd seen this movie with a lot of really great-looking people in it, Sarah said, "I am plain. I was born plain. And if I could have one wish, I wish I could be pretty for one day. No, make that a one weekend." She didn't know how beautiful she was.
That'll be $2.25. She's good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hi, may I help
Colleen
you?
Hawkins. I'm Sergeant Crowley. This is Sergeant Anderson. Police Department. I'd like to talk to you.
Whatever this is about, can we talk later? I'm real busy.
So are we.
Look, I'm very sorry about that girl.
I heard about it on the radio, and I went to church, and I lit a candle for her. But I don't know anything about how she died.
Was murdered. You're married to Sam Hawkins, right?
Was.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to locate him.
Well, you're cops. That shouldn't be hard.
We haven't been able to find him.
Well, that's your problem. Look, I have customers, and my boss is giving me some cockeyed looks.
Why don't we let the boss handle that, I'm sure.
And blow my job, that's all I need.
Mrs. Hawkins, a 23-year-old policewoman named Sarah Rossi is dead.
I know that. And I said it. I'm sick about that. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. Talking me into getting rid of that bum. But I can't help you.
He put 2 of your children in the hospital, one with a concussion, one with 3 fractured ribs, right?
Colleen, where is he?
I don't know.
Have you seen him recently?
About 3 weeks ago.
You won't tell us where?
He came by the house one night to ask for some money, obviously for booze. I gave it to him and he left.
Do you know where he's living now?
Somewhere in Rosella, a rooming house or an apartment. I don't know.
Thank you.
Bill?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you hear anything about Hoyt Wiley yet?
Yeah, so far he's been spotted twice. First time he turned out to be a local minister. Second time he was an engineer who just flown in for a month in Japan. Here's Hawkins' mugshot. Let's get busy on him.
This guy Hawkins, we'll start checking the Rosella area, huh?
Yeah, concentrate especially on the bars.
All right.
Bill, let's visit Jim's grave.
Sure, honey. Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, honey.
Anything?
A couple of love letters from upstairs.
Yeah, I read the one about the policewomen protecting themselves, etc.
Yeah, well, that's the one with the et ceteras. Read the one with the damage.
To all division heads, we're being besieged by the public, the press, not to mention the commissioner. Nearly a week's gone by, damn it. And we haven't come up with a thing on the S. Rossi case. S. Rossi? By the end of the month, it's going to be Sarah who? The Hawkins suspect is obviously not in the Rosella area. 7 phone calls today alone and the alleged local whereabouts of subject Hoyt Wiley have all turned out to be dead ends.
Excuse me, communications just heard from Pete and Joe. They got a tip on Hawkins. He's been spotted in a bar near the harbor.
Hallelujah.
Joe.
Hawkins, come here. We just want to talk with you. Hold it. Please, hold.
That's right. Come on.
All right, off the car. Come on.
Come on. Come on down. Come on down. Come on.
All right, come on. Put him on the car. Stretch him out.
What are you talking about, phoned her? I never phoned her.
You sure about that, Hawkins? Huh? You sure you didn't phone up Sarah Rossi and threaten her? Absolutely positive, huh?
Please listen. I told you.
Suppose we tell you. Suppose we tell you that there was another policewoman listening in on the extension to your conversation, and she can identify your voice.
Okay. But I never threatened her.
Oh, come on, Hawkins. That's just not the way we heard it.
I just said to her that they were my kids, my family. And she should have minded her own damn business. I didn't like her. I even hated her, okay?
Did you hate her enough to kill her?
I didn't kill her. I didn't even threaten her.
Why'd you try to run? 2 police officers called out to you. You took them for quite a ride.
I didn't know they were the heat. I thought, well, I owe some money. I thought they were trying to collect.
Where were you last Friday night, Hawkins?
It's 1,000 years ago.
Well, think back 1,000 years. Where were you?
I must have been with a friend. Girl I knew.
What was her name?
Rose.
Rose who?
Brearley. B-R-E-A-R-L-Y.
Who is she?
She ain't no nun.
Rose? I got 2 of them lived here. Real flowers, both of them.
Rose Brearley.
Yeah, she's the one who moved out.
When?
3 days ago.
Do you know where?
Where? Lady, her rent was paid up. I couldn't care less where.
Tell me something. Was she here last Friday night?
I guess so.
With somebody?
Well, let's put it this way. If she wasn't upstairs with one of her tricks, I'm Princess Grace.
Do you happen to know with whom?
No, I don't. Look, I rent out rooms with kitchenettes. I try to keep the halls clean. I wash off any filthy language from the walls as soon as I see it. That garden out there, that tacky garden, I try to keep it from looking double tacky. All of which puts me into bed at about 10 o'clock, and which means that I couldn't keep up with the traffic around here if I wanted to.
You behave yourself.
Bill, any luck?
Oh.
No. What's with Hawkins?
Well, they let him go.
Oh, no.
The polygraph proved inconclusive. And the public defender, Chopper, he came stomping in.
Yeah, you said it all, Pete. Chopper. Hoyt Wiley, has he been seen again?
Not in the last half hour.
Anything from Liz?
Nothing yet.
Shove up. I'm waiting for someone.
You want to see me?
Hello, Francine.
I've been out of town a couple days. My sister's real sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Plane fare cost me plenty.
How much?
$300.
That's awful high, Francine.
You paid it before.
Rose Brearley. Do you know her?
Oh, she's an acquaintance.
Yeah. We're looking for her hard.
How hard, Liz?
$300.
Oh, there was an extra 50 for the cab fare, so tips. No.
Do you know where she is?
How about it?
$350. You'll have it tomorrow.
She went back to her pimp. Dude named Ossie Dalton. You know him?
No. Where's his place?
Chelsea Street. The apartment house on the corner. Okay?
Thank you. Give my best to your sister.
She's feeling better already.
Yeah.
You Rose Burley? I mean, he said you were something, but he didn't prepare me for all this.
Who said that?
Ossie. Ossie Dalton? I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong place.
No, you're in the right place, Ansel. Come on in.
Listen, on second thought, Rose, why don't you just come along with me? Let's slip into a fishnet, honey, and let's move it.
Hey, Liz, your Ho Chi Minh's getting cold. Not to mention your butterfly shrimp.
I'm not hungry. It's been such a week.
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm glad it's over, but I'm not hungry.
Not hungry? Well, then maybe you don't mind if we help you out a bit, do you?
No.
Did the Burley girl roll over on Hawkins?
No, because she was with Hawkins.
What?
That's right. They spent the evening together. She said he drank too much, conked out, hit the sack. Then two of her girlfriends came over and they played cards the rest of the night. He was there in plain sight.
We checked them both out separately. It's true.
And that leaves us with Hoyt Wiley as our only suspect.
Hoyt Wiley. We just got word they picked him up an hour ago and they're flying him back to Arizona City. He's been holed up in Ohio for 2 months.
Just as no day, is it?
Honey Bunch. Over here, Honey Bunch. Let's eat. Come on. Poor baby's getting so old she can hardly see.
Yeah, but she can still eat. Look at her go.
I tell you something, she wouldn't do that for me. I'd hand feed her.
Okay, well, let's see what we have for us.
Are you inviting us to dinner?
Hey, according to my watch, I'd say it's about time we went out and had a bite to eat someplace. What do you say to Mazzarino's, little veal picante?
Well, I've got to walk Honey Bunch later, and I think it's going to be raining. Bill, I'm really frustrated. I couldn't smile at a waiter to save my life.
Could you smile at me?
Oh, you too.
Let me see what I have here.
Why don't I make the salad? Tell her what a good salad I
She
make.
makes a great salad.
I bet.
You got any cucumbers? She's great with cucumbers.
Yes, and carrots.
Wait a
Give me the carrots.
Bear? Tell you what, right after dinner, why don't we take Honey Bunch for a walk? Then we'll pack you off with peppers for the night, okay?
What?
Yeah, we talked about it, and I think Bill's right. Wiley's locked up, Hawkins is out of the picture, and Sarah's murder, well, that could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for police women. And in case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. I have a gun, I know how to use it, and this place has more locks than San Quentin.
Yeah, well, I'd like it if you'd spend the night at Pep's.
I've got sole, crab au gratin, lasagna, lasagna.
Listen, do you have any lasagna?
I'll look.
me.
Jeremy.
Mr. Jenkins.
Jeremy Jenkins, at your service, Sergeant. What are you doing here?
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
It's late, Mr. Jenkins.
Dr. Mike Besser. Dr. Mike Besser. Nurses station.
Sergeant Crowley.
Dr. Crowley. I'm Dr. Lieberman.
Is she still alive?
Yeah? Thanks to the neighbor who found her and called us.
She's gonna make it.
Well, we're trying. Can't be sure about that. She's in intensive care.
I want to see her.
Sergeant, only family is allowed in there.
It's okay, I'm her family.
We'll stay only a few minutes.
Dr. Robert Crowell. Please report to 6th floor nurses station.
Joe?
Yeah, Pep, we just talked to a neighbor named Volpe. Lives next door to Liz.
What's he got?
Well, he said something about the storm kept him awake last night. He thought he heard shots. So he went to the window, saw a male Caucasian run to a car, get in it, and drive off. Late model Pinto, dark color. But he was able to get the first 3 numbers of the license, 746.
746. You checked with DMV?
They traced it to a rental company, name of Big Val. But you know, they have 7 outlets. So we rounded up the general manager. He says he thinks it's his place in Brandon.
Oh. I think this may be what you're looking for, Sergeant. It's our only 746.
Is the car here?
No. The client returned it about an hour ago. Then his father and his son came in. They were going to Tahoe or something, and they just rented it and drove it off. They didn't even.
You mean the car's not here?
No.
This is Frank Navarre. Is he the one that turned it in?
Yes, an out-of-towner from New Orleans. Their license plate.
He rented it, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Had he ever been in before?
Yes. A week ago yesterday. A different car, same customer.
What did he look like?
Looked like? He was very ordinary looking, in his 30s, 34, 33, maybe a little bit younger.
Tall or short? What?
Medium. I'd have to say medium. Maybe a little taller than medium.
Pep, look at this. Navarre. Today he signed it with 1 hour, last week with 2.
Oh, let's move on that.
Miss, you want to go down to headquarters with us, please?
Oh, look, if this is just about a stolen license or something, I can't...
It's more than just a stolen license, believe me.
Well, but I'm alone here.
I understand. You want to call your boss and tell him you're closing up for a while? Just tell him 2 cops want you to go down and look at some pictures, okay? Thanks very much.
using any of these men.
Okay, let's try this one. Please, just take your time. Just keep looking, all right? Yeah.
I got that New Orleans number. Talked to an old woman. She could hardly speak English, and you know my French. All I could gather was that this Navarre was at work and wouldn't be home till tonight.
Nothing yet, huh?
No. Sergeant Crowley's office. Yes? Yes. I see.
Dr. Mansfield. Dr. Mansfield. Report to X-ray.
Sorry, we did everything we could. She died just a few minutes ago.
Dr. Eman, report to the resident doctor.
The landlady said her husband took the dog to the park. They won't be gone long. You want to drive over?
No, why don't we just wait?
This was left with the landlady for Liz and the ship's photographer. Dear Liz, we pulled in yesterday after another mad, gay 7 days. Sorry you weren't home, but I thought I'd drop these off rather than mail them. You know that service, Jim. P.S. I'll try to phone you for a quick hello before we sail again tonight. Do you want to see him?
She really had a nice time, didn't she?
Looks that way. Bill? I know hunches are just that. Hunches.
I'm sorry, Pat. What'd you say?
I have a hunch. Frank Navarre, that stolen driver's license. Suppose, just maybe, it was stolen from him aboard a ship. He might have been a passenger on the same ship as Liz. We could check that out. And do you remember the day Liz got back last week? She told you she had lost her address book. I thought she was just putting you on, but what if she didn't lose it? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if, let's say, what if somebody lifted it from her purse or it was taken from her cabin? It was filled with addresses, like Sarah's. Sarah Rossi was murdered exactly 1 week ago, the night the ship got in. What I'm trying to get at is, what if the killer worked on the ship and murdered Sarah using the same MO as Wiley to throw us off. I mean, Wiley's case was written up in the papers for weeks, for months.
But he was really after Liz. Is that what you mean?
Possible.
Tupper, what's the name of that steamship line?
Shelley. L-L-E-Y.
Remember the name of that funny lady she said was her cabin mate? The one who smoked the pipe? You remember her name? Mrs. Nimmerover, if our theory's right, could you tell us if there might have been somebody on board ship, maybe even a crewman?
Who wanted to kill her? Oh, no, he'd have to be demented, a totally deranged mind. No, they were all so fond of her. And aside from her being so pretty, she was just herself. Elizabeth. Oh. Oh, no, I couldn't.
What is that, Mrs. Nimmerover?
No, it would be an accusation that I couldn't be certain of, so it would be unjust, wrong. My conscience, I wouldn't.
Would you please?
Well, Elizabeth and I, we ate together at the same table with another couple, the Mazes from San Diego. Oh, sweet people. And they assigned us a waiter, a young man by the name of Albert. Al. And he was obviously very attracted to Elizabeth. And how did... Oh, he wanted to... How do they say it these days? Wanted to come on with her? Pleasantly, but persistently. Of course, at first it maybe flattered her. But then it began to bother her. And she began to talk to me about him. And about how... she'd be dancing with someone, and he'd be there off in the corner of a lounge just watching her. And I told her, I said, Elizabeth, dear, now, you shouldn't let that bother you. He's just lonely and a little lovesick. But now, this is the picture that I took at the captain's gala. Oh, now there's Elizabeth, and here are the Mazes, and there's he, the waiter, Al.
Joe, check that out.
Hey, Pete. Yeah.
Albert Mead, this is it.
So this is address book. Say this man's not yet on board?
No, Sergeant, but the crew's due back within the hour.
Let's get those black and whites off the dock. The rest of the men report.
Two guys down there. Pete. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, William.
Let's get all these uniformed officers out of sight. We don't want this guy making us first.
Right. Let's go.
That's him.
Come on. Hey. Ain't worth it, man.
Do that, baby. What's that happen?
I'm gonna have a brandy. You want one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Here you go.
Thanks.
It was good seeing all those people, huh? A lot of people loved her. Bill, Liz used to ask your advice on a lot of things. She asked you if you thought she'd make a good cop, and you told her yes. And that was the right answer because that's what she wanted. I hope you know you did the right thing. Do you know you did?
Hey, honey bunch. Dumb name for a dog.
Can you tell us about the people he worked with?
Dad called him the mongoose.
The mongoose?
And you gotta know that he's working with somebody right inside your own department.
Conspiracy to commit gambling.
I got a 14-year-old kid out there looking for his father's killer.
Jack, you gotta slow down.
Pepper.
Hey, Lee.
Bill.
Gee, been a little while, huh?
It's good of you to come.
Sure.
You come without asking what it is I want. You are good friends. Chin? Yet go Chashuman.
You know, Lee, I think Crowley would use any excuse to come in here for your pork fried noodles.
That's what I ordered.
Oh, I think he's part Chinese.
Lee, you got a problem, right?
I need some help. My grandson, he's 17. Been gone 3 months now.
3 months? Well, why did you wait till now to call us?
Because it's a family problem. But after 3 long months, I call you now. His mother, she's very sick, and I'm worried.
You've not heard a word from him for 3 months, huh?
No.
What's his name, Lee?
Harriam Kwan. Nothing to be alarmed about. It's to be expected.
Gambler?
It'll be all right. You know, my people, they gamble in the back. And the police, they do their job.
It's perfect at 10. We're on the way to the station with 14 suspects. All right, let's move out.
Hey, listen, I sure hope you don't do anything to the cooks back there, because I got an order of pork fried noodles working.
Crowley, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How's it going, Wagner?
Hey, Pepper. Well, what is the first team doing in these back alleys? Surely it can't be the fine cuisine in this dump.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, it must be pretty slow down there, huh? You guys got nothing to do except hassle old men?
Oh, now, wait a minute. This is a commercial operation. Advice gets a lot of heat if we don't take these games. Besides, it's not that easy. So what are you doing here?
Mr. Kwan's grandson is missing. He was just telling us about it.
Well, he'll turn up. Probably running with one of the gangs. These people have really gotten out of hand. No offense.
They're all loaded up now. What about this guy?
Yeah, book him. Like I said, it's not that easy. See, that guy, he's a lookout. Anybody suspicious comes in here, he pushes a button behind that counter, and bingo, the game is over.
And by the time you get in the back, it's chess and checkers and chopsticks, huh?
Right.
Councilman? All right. Everyone well?
Yeah. All right, hold it up a minute. Mr. McCormick here would like to say a few words. Councilman.
Thank you. Now, you all know how I feel about organized gambling in this city. Not only is it illegal, but it also breeds other forms of crime.
Politician.
Prostitution, corruption. And then again, you all know this. So let me just say that I stopped by to say, keep up the good work. The very good work. Thank you.
Your lieutenant explained to me about how you took the lookout. I'd call that good old police technique, Sarge.
McCormick, why don't you can all that crud you dished out in there and save it till next year when you run for re-election?
Did you have any problems?
Fine.
You sure you got him?
The tickets? I got them. Now, hot dog, about our bet. I'll tell you what. I'll give you the Rams in 3.
I got the Rams, but with 7.
7? The spread is 3. What are you trying to do, hustle me? All right, you bandit. You got 7. Now let's get going before we miss the kickoff.
Dad? Thanks.
Why? I still got a good bet with 7.
I mean, thanks for giving up your golf today. I know about the tournament. Mr. Bain called while you were in the shower.
Well, I'll tell you something, bandit. Something dumb. But I'd rather spend Sunday with you than play golf in the Masters. Now let's get... Wait a minute, where's the radio? Go get the radio. Man.
All the excitement of the big game. An afternoon that was made to order and a huge sellout crowd. You know, fans, both teams come in today with winning streaks, and the survivor will take that giant stride toward the
Hey, Paul. Glad communications got a hold of you two. Some mess, huh?
Anybody in that thing?
Curtis Forrester.
The reporter?
Right.
You got any suspects?
We just got started. That's his kid over there. He was standing near the house when it happened.
The kid saw it happen?
Yeah. I need someone to question him and then transport him over to Barton Hall.
Barton Hall? Paul, are you crazy? You can't let a kid go through an experience like this and then dump him at Barton Hall. What are you thinking about?
That's terrible.
What about his family? Has he got any relatives?
That's the problem. There is no one. His mother died 2 years ago. We've already contacted probation. He's got to go to Barton Hall until they can line up a foster place, home.
So meanwhile, we just question the kid, then dump him at the hall, is that it?
Paul, can't you just turn him over to juvenile?
Pepper, what I need is a woman's touch. You're the only female investigator that's not tied up today. Juvenile's got no one available. I'd like to help the kid, Pep, but his old man was a reporter. He might have been onto something big. You're it, and that's all there is to it.
All right. We'll question him, but we're not going to dump him off at that place like a piece of baggage. Want to talk?
This is it?
Yes, it is. Bill, where are we going?
Not here.
Probation while he's here. I mean, the boy's been through hell. It could be weeks before he's able to open up to anybody. You know, it's just going to take a while for him to face what's happened.
We should take this in and talk to him.
The department is going to come down in the middle of your back for hiding him here, and you forget it's not our case. It's homicides. How quickly you forget.
Go in and talk to him. Here.
Do you like some hot chocolate? Jeff, we need your help to find out whoever is responsible for your father's death. We know how terrible you feel and how much he meant to you, but we need your help. Jeff?
Yeah, I found some marshmallows.
Oh.
Want one?
Yeah, I like to watch him melt.
What about you, Jeff? Jeff, we think your dad was mixed up in something pretty big. You have any idea what it could have been? I mean, I really want to catch the guy that did that to your dad. And I promise you something, I will. But I can't do it by myself. We need your help, Jeff. Will you help us?
I'll help you. I want to help you.
Son, do you know what your dad was working on? What kind of a story?
No. He didn't talk about it much. He used to talk with Mom, but...
It's okay, Jim. It's okay. Can you tell us about the people he worked with?
You mean on his own?
Yeah.
He had an informant. He used to talk with him on the telephone. They used to meet all the time.
Do you know his name, where he lived, anything like that?
No. Dad called him the Mongoose.
The Mongoose?
He asleep?
Yeah.
Nice kid.
He's a good kid, isn't he?
Did you ever turn the heat on in this place?
You cold?
Yeah, I'm always cold.
I'll get you some hot coffee.
You know something?
What?
I saw a side of you I never noticed before tonight.
Oh, like what? Like I make cold coffee?
No, that you'd make a good father.
Yeah?
Yeah. Jeff got a lot of strength from you.
Do you know what time it is?
Hmm.
I can't make it. I want to go to bed.
I haven't finished this.
Well, I'm going to give you the keys to the car. Pick us up in the morning, okay?
You got an extra bathrobe? I love to sleep in men's bathrobes. Yes?
I'm from the probation department. Sergeant Crowley?
No, Sergeant Pepper Anderson.
I'm Mary Snyder, juvenile probation officer. I've come for the boy. You realize you were supposed to transport him to Barton Hall last night. The boy is here.
Yes, he is here. I made some coffee. Why don't
you don't have to explain your behavior to me, Sergeant. This is a juvenile court order for the return of Jeffrey Forrester.
The
Pep, how about...
Bill, this is Mary
Snyder. I'm with probation. I've explained to your friend why I'm here.
The boy's asleep.
Would you please wake him?
Look, we've just begun to get through to him about his father. If you would try to understand.
I'm afraid I do. You see, I have to make a complete report about all this. My only concern is the well-being of the child.
This Miss Snyder and that Jeff's gonna try to find you a really good temporary home. But things are gonna work out, okay? Let me tell you something. I give you my word. We're gonna catch him.
Sergeant Crowley, I just want you to know that my dad was a good reporter because he could relate to people. He could put himself in their shoes, take on their problems. My mom told me that once. She was right. I just wanted to thank you and Sergeant Anderson, for being like him and being with me last night.
Where is Jeff? I called everywhere.
He's with the probation department. They're trying to find him a suitable home.
A suitable home?
That's right, sir.
Mrs. Longley, find out who the chief probation officer is and get him on the line. I thought a Lieutenant Salvino of homicide was assigned this case.
That's right. He is. We're assisting him. Mr. Bain, could you tell us what Forrester was working on? What stories?
He was working on several assignments.
Like what?
Consumer fraud, a profile on bank robbers.
Yeah? What else?
Corruption in city government.
Involving who?
I don't know. Kurt was the best guy here, and you people know it. And when he was on standard assignments, he touched base with me. But when he was into something big, he'd go full bore and alone till he had his facts.
Which of these would you consider routine?
Consumer fraud.
Who's the mongoose?
What?
Jeff mentioned that his father was working with somebody called the mongoose. Who is that, Mr. Bain?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Now, if you do, this is hardly the time to remind us of freedom of the press.
Sergeant Anderson, Kurt was more than just an employee here. He was a close personal friend. And this paper would go to any extreme to find his killer.
Then why did you look away when we mentioned the mongoose?
Well, this mongoose, as Kurt chose to call him, was just a faceless name to me, to all of us here. We don't know who he is.
Then how did they communicate?
Well, this mongoose would call and set up appointments, that much I do know.
Mongoose always phoned Forrester?
Right. And then they'd obviously meet and, Oh, yes, put him on. Mr. Olin? Yes, I'm calling about Jeff Forrester. When? Keep me posted. If there's anything this paper can do, call me. Jeff's run away.
Crowley, what in the hell are you up to?
Oh, I'm just screwing around here, Captain, tightening up the pencil sharpener.
Don't get cute with me. That boy, you took him to your apartment, didn't you, instead of Barton Hall? You and your partner.
Which partner? I'm kind of heavy on
I
partners.
said don't get cute.
Yeah, well, Captain, let me tell you something. Now, what I do in my off-duty hours is my business. You got no right to even question about my personal
when
life.
you violate the rules and subject the department to outside criticism and interfere with an important investigation, I've got every right. Now, Crowley, I'm telling you, you take those files back to homicide, give them to Salvino, and you get out of this. And stay out of Chinatown. You could have lost up that raid, too. Now, what do you guys have? Would you steal his holster or something? Hey, what's the matter?
Bet I know what that was all about. Guess I should have gone home.
I thought it was legal between consenting adults.
Me too. What's the matter? You guys got nothing to do? Joe, take this file down to Salvino. No, both of you. Get over to Juvenile and see if you can help him locate that kid.
Park say we were in on this?
Nope.
I need some help, Mr. Bain.
Jeff, where are you?
My dad worked with someone called the Mongoose. I want to meet him. I need his telephone number so that I can...
Jeff, listen. The police will find him. You stay right where you are, and I'll send someone to pick you up. Now, give me your location.
I can't, Mr. Bain. Now, will you give me the number, please?
I don't have it, Jeff. Now, where are you?
Well, I'm not in any home, I'll tell you that.
All right, Morris, how about it?
Look, Bill, like I told you before, you don't give me the court order, I cannot give you the tolls. Now, I'm sorry, but that's company
Morris,
policy.
like I told you before, Pepper is with the judge right now. She'll be here any minute.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, hell, I got a 14-year-old kid out there looking for his father's killer. I want Forrester's tolls, Morris, and I want them now.
Bill, please, sit down, relax, huh?
You talk about your red tape. What'd you do, stop for lunch?
No, but the judge did.
All right, let's go, Morris. Read it later, will you?
Listen, if you want all the subscriber information here, it's going to take a while.
We'll wait.
This is the weaker 6.
He's got to be one of these 6 phone numbers.
We'll try him. First, I want to check that house, in case Jeff might be there.
You know, you're sticking your neck way out in this one. Why? Homicidal. Look at that. That's Forrester's house. 12Y50, requesting fire units to 1338 Sunshine Terrace.
There's a van pulling out. Let's get it.
12Y50, 12Y50, requesting a clear frequency. We're in pursuit of a possible arson suspect from 1338 Sunshine Terrace. You got that?
Roger.
Take it a little easy, huh, Bill? 12Y50, suspect's vehicle is a 68 Ford van, light blue, license number, can you see it, Bill?
143.
License number 143.
Peter Charlie Edward.
Peter Charlie Edward. You're wild, Bill, today. Come on, take it easy. You gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. Somebody will let the other ones catch him.
Lose him.
Y50 requesting a traffic unit. We had a little accident. Crowley was driving, of course. We're at the end of Sunshine Terrace in a ravine. Would you believe it? Suspect last seen heading westbound on Trent. You gotta change your driving habits.
Get out of the car.
Well, Michael said it was definitely arson.
Yeah.
Quote, we could have parked a rig right on top of this place and it still would have burned to the ground. End of quote.
Who'd the van finally come back to?
Joe's running it now.
Bill.
What?
Hey, you turkeys. I thought you ordered off this case.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah,
Listen,
we were
why don't you
close
tell
by,
your
so
boss-
I asked Bill to swing by and check, okay?
Well, okay. But the old man's on his way, and I'd clear out if I were you.
Hey, Bill. That van was stolen out of Las Vegas. Radio car just located it 6 blocks west of here.
What about the driver?
No luck, but they recovered 2 empty gas cans.
They called Prince?
They're en route.
What else can happen to this kid? Yeah, okay. That's fine.
We got the toll calls.
Good, that was Bain. Jeff called.
Where is he?
He doesn't know. The kid's out there looking for the mongoose. We're gonna start making his calls.
I'd like to speak to the mongoose, please. Right, the mongoose. No, I'm not kidding. Yeah, well, you do the same, pal.
Yeah.
Mongoose?
Who's this?
Police officer, I want to talk to you.
Man, you gotta be crazy. I can't meet you. I'm being watched.
Okay, then I'll come meet you.
You know where I live?
Look, buddy, I told you I'm a cop. I've already run your number. Sure, I know where you live.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, but not here, you know, a synagogue at 8th and Oxwood. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Yeah, and be alone.
You, Jerome?
How did you know? What? The telephone company, huh? It's all right. That ain't my real name anyway. Forrester picked that one out. The real Jerome Stallings, was killed. Traffic accident.
And you're who?
Mongoose. That's enough, Mongoose.
What was Forrester into?
Man, for all I know, man, you got to be a part of the whole thing.
Part of what whole thing?
Corruption. That's what Forrester called it. That's all I know.
Look, pal, now you get to the bottom line, or we're gonna go down to the station, print you, and then we'll find out just who you really are. You get my message?
Right. John McCormick, your esteemed councilman, he's in debt. He's a big loser. Some local bookies, some that ain't so local.
And what?
And he's getting paid off. A big gambling syndicate to keep the heat off of Chinatown. It's a Chinese syndicate. And you gotta know that he's working with somebody right inside your own department.
Where's the boy?
I don't know. I never met him. Why?
He's run away. You think he could be in any danger?
Not unless he's got his father's file.
What would be in the files?
Well, I was able to get a hold of the Councilman McCormick's markers now, just by themselves. That wouldn't look too pretty in front of a grand jury, right?
There he is.
You want to tell him first about his grandson?
Yeah.
You have news of my grandson.
Lee, we have some bad news for you. Your grandson's dead, Lee.
He was found in San Francisco, a drug overdose.
It is as I feared. I have relatives there that can bring him home.
Is there anything we can do?
No. I have already caused you both much trouble. I will tell his mother it is a family matter.
Lee, there's another young boy who's in trouble. His father was murdered, and I'm afraid that some of your people are involved. We need your help, Lee.
What can I do?
Good evening. How's the Shui Mai tonight?
Please, come with me.
Put your arm on your wrist. Everybody freeze. Get your hands above the table. Steve, come in and tell him, will you?
Mọi người, ngồi như này này, nè, ai gặp anh cha xong lại đổ bốc.
Larry, cover that door there, will you? They're going to get their names. Everybody's name.
Anything's gonna happen?
Something better happen soon. I'd sure hate to have to explain this raid to Parks.
I hate to have to explain anything to that hardhead.
Come out.
Looks like somebody's making a move.
You're in charge of this?
That's right.
Let's go outside. You've made a grave mistake.
Oh, yeah? How do you figure that?
This is not the night we agreed for a raid.
Uh-huh. Well, I tell you, I'm taking all these people in, and that includes the money.
You people must be new to Vice. Why don't we talk? My name is Fong. Being new, you should not get what the others get. Yet.
Well, what do you think we should get?
$500 a week for all.
500?
For everybody? Does that sound fair to you?
Hmm.
Why don't you show Mr. Fong what you got in your purse?
Mr. Fong, we'd like your help with a little matter we're investigating. Yes, I will do it. Okay, thank you. How can I help you?
I'd like to see either Sergeant Anderson or Sergeant Crowley.
I'm sorry, they're both out. Can I help you?
Can I have a pencil?
Will a pen do?
Sure.
Front desk, Officer Boyer speaking. I'll have you transferred to burglary auto theft. Thank you.
Could you please give this to Sergeant Crowley? It's very important.
Okay, let's go. I got places to go and people to see.
You should learn to better schedule your time. Or when we hurry, we are more prone to mistakes.
You're a regular fortune cookie, you know that? Oh, hey, you guys. For a minute, I thought you were a couple of 211 artists. What are you doing here?
We were about to ask you the same thing.
Meeting a snitch.
What's in the sack, Jack?
Leashy nuts. A friend I know likes them, and
What a whip.
You like lychee nuts?
You know, it was real stupid of you.
I bet you had more smarts than this, Wagner. Okay, you got it. You're under arrest.
Crowley, I have read every manual there is on interrogation. You're wasting your time. Book me.
What's criminal conspiracy doing on this anyway? I mean, where's internal affairs, huh?
Oh, I get it. Conspiracy to commit gambling. Well, that's worth about a $50 fine.
What about conspiracy to commit murder?
You crazy? You know what a guy gets when we bust him for gambling? A $10 fine. The law is a joke. Nobody cares. So when I got offered $100 a week to do the same thing I've been doing for 5 years, well, why not? But get off this thing about murder.
Did you know Curtis Forrester?
Sure, a hell of a nice guy.
Well, we think your politician friend may have killed him. Or had him killed.
McCormick, come on.
He was about to expose him, Wagner. And your involvement in Chinese gambling interests.
Crazy.
You believe this? You recognize that?
Sure, it's McCormick's phone number, so.
These are Forrester's tolls. He phoned McCormick 3 days before he was killed.
Obviously to confront him with the story.
My name is Jeff Forrester. My dad was Curtis Forrester. Yes, he had your name and number in an appointment book of his. Could we meet someplace? I have to talk to you. Yes, sir? Okay. Thank you.
Crowley, I won't bore you with specifics. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Pepper, bring in those tapes, will you?
Being new, you should not get what the others get. $500 a week, or all.
500?
I'm sorry, Chief. We just don't know who was involved.
Bill?
Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but Mr. Mossman here. I mean, what is the Attorney General's interest in this case?
Forrester went to them, for obvious reason.
I've been studying your technique, Sergeant. Do you conduct all your investigations in this fashion?
In what fashion?
Unilaterally?
I think the important thing right now is to get the job done. And we got two immediate problems. Find Jeff Forrester and bust McCormick. Yeah, Joe, what do you want?
Excuse me. Forrester boy left it at the desk for you.
Sergeant Crowley, I have most of my dad's files. I'm going to meet with someone who may help. I'll keep in touch. Sorry I missed you, Jeff. Joe, you and Pete get a team together. Check every hotel in the downtown area.
What kept you? Fong was late. Taking care of it. There won't be any more.
What's that supposed to mean, Wagner?
Well, it's simple. We had an agreement. I take care of the games. You keep everything in line. Well, Councilman, you went too far. It seems you're involved in a murder. Curtis Forrester?
You've been smoking some of that weed that you boys confiscate.
I know he talked to you. I've seen his tolls. And I know he was about to give us some big headlines.
Mr. McCormick?
Mm-hmm.
I have a warrant to search your residence.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, now let's see what the lie detector says about Councilman McCormick. Hey, Rob. So, what do you think?
Our councilman is being very cooperative. Oh, I avoided any area that could jeopardize your gambling conspiracy.
Notice that. Thanks.
What about Forrester's murder?
Oh, he's clean, Pepper. They never met. Forrester did phone to set up an appointment. McCormick thought it was about a story on his good record in fighting crime.
But McCormick and Forrester never met.
That's right.
Okay, thanks, Rob.
Yeah, thanks.
Listen, call Bain's office. See if you can come up with any more background on Forrester's assignments.
What about robbery, homicide? You want me to call them?
Pepper, just call Bain's office, okay?
Okay, Forrester was here on the 19th.
Mr. Hawley, what was his primary interest with the Bureau?
He was writing an article on the futility of robbing banks. You know, because of the security, cameras, everything. We solve about 9 out of 10, which is pretty bad odds for a crook. And he also looked through the outstanding suspect files. That's suspects that are photographed during actual robberies, have been identified, but haven't been arrested yet.
Do you have that file in this office?
Oh, yes, we do.
Could I see it?
Oh, certainly. Most of them have been reduced to wanted posters.
Forrester looked through this hobo?
Yes, he did. Several of them interested him.
Oh?
Well, one in particular because he took it with him. Let's see.
Looks like we got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, he took a copy of that with him.
Looks like...
We're gonna move on it.
Bill, the manager thinks the boy is staying here. Room 109, paid for 3 nights in advance.
Where's Pete?
Upstairs checking. Anything about the mongoose?
We just left there. He's gone. Robbery homicide's gonna stake it.
Stake gun, huh? Yeah, look what I found in the kids' room. Looks like he's got a meeting with the mongoose tonight at 8.
Where?
Doesn't say.
I think I know where.
Yeah?
Jeff, over here. Son, you wanted to talk.
You worked with my father. I thought you might be able to tell me what he was working on.
Sure, sure.
Hey, Joe. Pep, take that aisle.
It's your dad's file?
No, just some notes I was taking.
Anybody know about this meeting?
No.
What happens to Jeff now?
He's gonna stay with the Baines so they can find a good foster home.
Good. Is he okay?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be okay. Hey, son, listen. I want you to keep in touch with us, will you? Gonna stay in touch?
Well, all I can say is that I love you both.
We love you too, honey. We really do. It's tough. We know it's tough.
Hey, Jeff, listen, what do you say I got this Sunday off. Why don't I come by and pick you up? Spend the day together, okay?
Pepper,
Oh, well, I don't know about Pepper. Yeah, okay, with Pepper.
Okay, you gonna tell me?
It's very simple. First you fry your sausages, then you add your peppers, your mushrooms, your garlic,
That's
your
not
parmesan.
what I mean.
Smell this. Huh?
You're evading the issue. You broke every rule in the book.
I felt sorry for the kid, just like you did.
No, there's more to it than that. Come on, why?
Well, you want the story of my life? You already know that.
You never talk about when you were a little boy.
You never talk about when you were a little girl.
I never was a little girl.
I'll buy that.
Bill.
Okay, I was in a home.
Like Bart.
No, it's probably worse than Bart. You wouldn't believe what goes on in some of those places. I wasn't going to let that happen to that kid.
Want to go to San Francisco?
When?
Tonight.
What are you talking about?
I've already got the tickets.
Are you kidding? I got 2 days of report writing to do.
The review board reviewed our little traffic accident. It seems we failed to avoid an avoidable accident. We are on a 2-day suspension.
We are?
You wouldn't believe what goes on in San Francisco.
I'm sorry, sir.
He's dead, and you want me to find a chest?
It's important to me. Personal belongings.
You have a strange way of showing grief for your boy.
Where'd he come from?
Who are you people? We picked you up yesterday. We're police officers.
Where you going, big boy?
Lose yourself, clown.
Hey, how you been?
He's sick. Now you better untire.
Drop. Blow your guts out.
Yo quiero un poco más. How is that?
Great, baby. Except you won't be speaking any Spanish at this marina we're gonna pull into.
But it's in Mexico.
Yeah, and the bus boys, like the dollar bill, they all speak English.
He makes me feel uncomfortable. Johnny, where's Juan this trip? I mean, how come him?
Well, it's a simple matter of germs.
Translation? In English, senor.
Well, Juan got the flu, so he sent his cousin to take over.
I don't like him.
Do you like me?
Want me to show you?
All right, that's it. Get to the stern. No questions, just move.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Move! Move!
Here she comes. She's gonna be alongside in a couple of minutes. You hear me, McManus?
Okay. How'd it go?
Well, the guy and his girlfriend, they were real cooperative. Then I picked up Tobin, and he came aboard with the stuff. And we were offloaded and on our way in 15 minutes.
Good. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. All right. Move her out about 100 yards. Pull the plug, wait in the raft, and we'll pick you up.
Anything on radar?
Yeah. The Queen Mary followed you here.
Funny.
Now scuttle her. Something the matter, kid?
That was the Sea Eagle out of the Briseis Marina, right?
Right. You're a regular marine encyclopedia. Anybody ever tell you that?
Look, Scow, I know the owner of that boat. John Woods.
So?
So the only way you'll ever get that boat away from him is to kill him.
You're pulling that line while I get this tub underway.
What do you got in the case, Mr. Scow? Sure as hell isn't all that bonita we ain't been catching.
You gonna pull in that line?
Who is it?
Your mother.
It's my day off.
It was your day off.
Should have locked the door.
Hey, glad to see you using my Christmas present.
Oh, still works after all this time, believe it or not. What's up?
I got a call from the Coast Guard. Seems they found a cabin cruiser scuttled.
That sounds like the crime of the century already.
Well, the only thing is, when it took off, Pepper, there were 3 people aboard. One was a stockbroker, a young guy named Woods, his fiancée, a model, and a bogus crew member.
How bogus?
Well, they found the guy who should have been manning her, wasted. So his killer obviously went on board in his place. They don't know what happened next, except that when they located the boat, they didn't locate the 3 people.
Why don't you help yourself to a beer?
Our divers went down to have a look. Somebody had disconnected the water intake manifold and just pumped her full of seawater.
Then why didn't it sink completely?
Not this boat, Sergeant Anderson. It's equipped with a special flotation collar right here. So she took on water up to the bridge, but that was it.
I'll tell you what I'd like to do, Commander. I'd like to have our own lab men take a look at her.
Sure thing.
What do you make of it?
Piracy, drug trafficking.
And now homicide. Juan Segueras and that couple, probably.
We've had 6 other boats missing and not recovered, so we sent out a special bulletin to alert the boat owners. Looks like we missed this one.
I got a couple of guys out looking for Jack O'Malley. The harbor detective tells me he knows more about boats and owners than anybody in this area. Is that true?
Yeah. But good luck if you can find him. He's been into the booze for about a year now, so he could be anywhere in the area or in any skid row on the coast.
Would he know something if he were sober?
Sober? Oh, yeah.
Whitfield?
You.
I'm McManus.
How do you do? So how much further down can you go on this one than you can this old one?
Look, you studied diving in your own time. I'm interested in finding my son.
Oh, partner. It just helps, you know. Know a little bit about a lot of things in my business. Your boy, Scott. How long did you say he was missing?
Well, he's not exactly missing. Not in the true sense.
And why'd you call me?
Look, my boy and me, we had a disagreement about how to conduct a salvage operation. He took off. And I'd like to patch things up.
Yeah, when was that? When did he take off?
Oh, a few weeks ago.
Where'd he go?
I heard he's signed up on a fishing boat in this area. It runs up and down the coast.
What's the name of it?
There are over 100 of them sailing out of here. And I just don't have the time to do any more checking than I've already done.
Oh, I see. But you're willing to pay a private investigator $150 a day in expenses just to babysit your boy? He's 20 years old. He's 20 years old, isn't he?
Whitfield.
Yeah.
Please. Look, I called his girlfriend. She's real worried, too.
What's her name?
Karen. Karen Walters.
Where'd I find her?
She works in a cafe on Chapin, right across from Land's End.
What'd you say his name was?
O'Malley. Jack O'Malley.
The cops usually pay a little cash for information. Is that correct?
You've been watching a little television, huh? Well, how about a 5?
Well, thanks.
What about O'Malley now, the information?
Well, I'm new down around here. I just got in from Portland, but I've heard the name. So if you just keep asking around, I'd have settled for a deuce.
O'Malley.
That's right.
Well, you said Jack. I know Jackson.
Jackson O'Malley. We're trying to locate him.
Oh, he's in pretty bad shape, that one is.
We've heard. Any idea where?
Well, there's a couple of flop houses he's been favoring the last couple of months.
Got some names?
Yeah, the Star and the Waldorf Square. You could check out either one of them.
Thank you, good buddy.
Scal's the one on the bridge.
Scott hard on as a hand, huh?
Yes.
Where was he headed?
They were gonna fish the waters off Baja.
How come you know that and his daddy didn't?
Scott didn't want him to know. He asked a lot of people not to tell him if he asked. Want some more coffee?
A little bit. When did you hear from him last?
He called from San Diego Saturday.
That's good. What do you have to say? Sit down.
Nothing much. A little personal stuff, you know. But I could tell something was wrong. He sounded, well, scared. You know what a SEAL is? Not the animal. A Navy SEAL.
Yeah, like Frogman.
Yeah, exactly. Only tougher. Well, Scott spent 2 years in Vietnam at the end of the war in a SEAL unit. And he doesn't scare easily.
What's Scal and the rest of the crew like?
I don't know. They, only been around here a little over a year and, pretty much loners.
Why'd Scott have a fight with his dad?
I don't know.
They must have told you something.
Only that, his father had lost sight of his values, like Scott put it, and he wanted to protect him.
2 joggers found him washed up on the beach. Looks like the sharks already got to him.
Jeez, how'd you ever identify that?
He was wearing these.
Scott McManus, U.S. Navy. Cause of death?
Probably drowning. Really won't know till after the autopsy.
You know, the Sea Eagle was scuttled about a half-mile offshore. Could he have been on her?
Sure he could have. He probably went over the side before she went down. I don't know what the kid was into, do you?
No, sure don't. Mr. McManus, can you tell me where your son was working recently? The sign outside says McManus and Son. Now, Scott was a part of this business.
I'm sure you've snooped around enough to know my boy took off 3 weeks ago.
Can you tell me why?
It's none of your business. You just find out who killed him. That's what you cops are paid for, not to pry into our private lives.
Mr. McManus, that's what I'm trying to do, sir, to find out who killed him. That's why I'm asking these questions. Sir, the Coast Guard has located a cabin cruiser, the Sea Eagle. It was scuttled about a half a mile off the coast. Do you have any idea? Do you know if Scott ever worked on the Sea Eagle?
Scott probably worked in half the boats down here at one time or another. He's been around them all his life.
Why would anybody want to scuttle a $175,000 cabin cruiser? Do you have any idea, sir?
When will Scott's body be available to be moved?
I'm really not sure, sir, but I can find out for you.
Now, please, I'd like to be alone.
Thank you very much.
Chuck Whitfield. Oh? I want to leave a message for him. Have him call me right away. My name is McManus. He has my number. It's important. Here's $5,000. Find out who murdered my son.
Listen, if you're so sure it's murder, why don't you take it to the police? They're working on it.
I don't need to find out if, just who. When you've got a name, call me. You start with John Skull. Word's out now, Scott was last seen on his boat. Also, my boy took some of my personal property with him when he left.
What kind of property?
A chest. A little smaller than that one. I want it back.
He's dead and you want me to find a chest?
There are ways, and it's important to me. It contains personal belongings, family things.
Things he wanted to protect you from?
What's that supposed to mean?
You got a strange way of showing grief for your boy.
Watch your step.
Thought you said the Waldorf.
Well, with the money that Crowley pays off the information, this is the best we get.
We better find him before they tear this place down.
Yeah, the guy said 6.
This floor may go any minute.
6.
Hey, O'Malley. Hey, O'Malley. Come on, sport. Come on. Come on over here. Come on. Hey, buddy. Wake up.
You think that's him?
It smells like him. Come on, he fits the description. Come on, he's out. Come on, buddy.
Let's get him out of here fast.
Come on now. Come on. It's all right. Come on, go with me. Come on. Come on. Ah, come on now.
I don't even know you.
Come on. It's a heavy one. Come on. Come on. Ah. Good doing week's work. Come on, buddy.
Who are you?
I got it. It's all right.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Captain Scott.
Yeah.
I'm Sergeant Crowley with the police department. This is Investigator Royster.
Yeah, Crowley and Royster. That has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. You think so? Now we come aboard?
Sure. Delgado, Tobin, get over and pick up those parts I ordered. Take a good look around, Sergeant. It's just a fishing boat.
Yeah, I haven't been on a boat since I got out of the Navy.
Except everything over 6 feet was a ship, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what can I do for you?
We just discovered the body of a Scott McManus washed up on the beach. Now, we've been asking questions, and we just heard that he was a member of the crew here on the Seasport.
Yeah, it was, for a couple of short runs. Nice kid. Word around is here, he drowned. He fell off a boat, that was it.
This boat, maybe?
Yeah, it sounds almost like some sort of What do they call it, an accusation?
It's a very simple question, Mr. Scow, and you can either answer yes or no.
Or I could refuse to answer it completely.
Yeah, you could. But then the Coast Guard could hold a special board of inquiry, too.
Okay. McManus, he hired on a couple of weeks ago for a percentage of the catch. We fished the Coronados. After a week and 2 runs and no fish, we pulled into San Diego. The kid shoved off, said he wanted to try his luck in another boat. That's it.
Would you call it a coincidence that his body was recovered up here, north, within 24 hours after you returned to port?
You call it what you want. The last time I saw the kid was in San Diego.
Okay, Sky, I think I will take you up on that offer to look around.
Sure. Just as soon as you can produce a search warrant. Well, it ain't Crowley, old sport.
Come on. Yeah, it's pea soup. Come on, a little more.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You're in a real bed eating real soup.
It's not spiked.
You need more salt.
No. I'll tell you what I need. I need for you to take your pretty little body down to the corner and get me some sour mash. Get me a little container, any brand that's handy on a shelf, see? Now, hold on a minute. You go back in that bottle, you're gonna be a dead man in a month. You don't want that, do you? Where'd he come from? I mean, who are you people?
We picked you up yesterday. We're police officers. No, even if you could stand up, don't try it, Mr. O'Malley. Okay? Just relax.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Well, since when do police officers run at facilities like this for old wore-out sailors?
Since we need your help.
You need my help? I'm gonna tell you one thing, honey. You gotta be flat desperate. Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Hello? Mr. O'Malley, I'm Sergeant Crowley. How you doing?
He's doing a lot better than yesterday.
You have any luck with Scout?
Scout tells me the last time he saw the McManus boy was in San Diego.
McManus. Scott.
Yeah, that's right. You know him?
I sure do. I took him to sea for the first time when he was, I don't know, 8, 9. He is some kind of a sailor man.
He's dead, Mr. O'Malley. Now, he might have drowned, but we think maybe not.
Oh, no. No way that boy drowned, boy. He could swim from here to yonder in 4-foot waves. Is that why you brought me here?
We're told that you know everybody in the area, Mr. O'Malley. You happen to know a guy named John Scow?
Let me put it this way. Don't invite him and me to the same party, all right?
Can you suggest any place we might go to find out more about this guy, John Scow?
Are you going to let me out of here?
We'll let you go.
Well, in that case, I would suggest that you watch his boat and keep an eye on the Rusty Bucket. That's the bar down there by the harbor where sailors drink, sailors talk.
Three beers, miss. Well, we should be ready to offload sometime after midnight.
What about the cops?
Go.
Something, Croyd, you got me. Oh, hey, take it easy, Tobin. Come on.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, I don't suppose you remember me.
Whoa, whoa. Where you going, big boy?
What do you want?
I just want to talk to you.
What about?
Well, about some of your dummy friends in there, and a kid named McManus.
Lose yourself, clown.
Being nice to you now.
Now, you stay out of my way.
All
You
right,
hear? Just stay.
Hey, how you been? Don't get up now. Just want to talk to you.
They'll kill me.
After you tell me everything you know, you can just take a trip somewhere, you know, and you won't get hurt that way.
It was locked. How'd you get in?
Well, I never threw that key away.
Make yourself at home?
Well, I'm trying. Why don't you take that coat off and stay a while?
Thanks. I thought you'd never ask. What brings you to town?
I can't understand why Crowley doesn't make a move for you.
You never let up, do you?
No.
What brings you to town?
Well, I heard you were down on your luck, going through some hard times. So I thought I'd check it out. And I know you can do better than a Rusty Bucket.
Yeah, you can do better than Toadsuck, Texas yourself.
Now, that's a good little town. Who have you been seeing? You been dating somebody?
Oh, Paul Newman calls 2-3 times a week, you know.
Newman, yeah.
Yeah, the blue eyes.
Missed you.
Why, no. I could tell from all those letters and phone calls. Oh, my. And the flowers. And telegrams. The place was flooded. How could you afford it? Let's not play games. We never did. So let's not start now. Okay?
Okay. Here's to John Scow.
I don't get it.
Well, I'm gonna help you out. Now, I saw Crowley down on his boat, and I saw you in that dumb wig in your undercover outfit and that dive. And I used to play cop not too long ago, you remember?
You know, I always did love to listen to you talk.
You do? Well, listen. I got a message for Crowley. I want you to give it to him. But don't you tell him where it come from, you understand? I don't know why, but we never, I just can't, we just don't hit it off.
You want me to call him now?
Mm.
Yeah, I better.
Yeah.
Everything went smooth.
Where's Tobin?
I think he split. Maybe he got scared.
I spotted the Coast Guard. Shove off.
Wow. The way he took off, something must have gone down.
Any idea what they're up to?
No. No, an undercover policewoman overheard part of the conversation about this rendezvous and the location. I don't know.
That's your show. Call a shot.
Follow the cruiser.
Headquarters to Point View. Take the cruiser into custody for questioning. I'm sending helicopter support to pick up the Fisher.
Okay, yeah, you come up with anything else, let me know, will you? Get this a little bit, will you?
I heard it on the way in. You got skunked, huh?
Yeah, that was the Coast Guard. The cruiser outran their cutter. They found the cruiser scuttled at the south end of San Carlos Island under 10 feet of water.
What about the owner?
Well, it doesn't mean anything. It was stolen from Marcos Island.
And Scow's boat, was it clean?
We'll never know. After the chopper spotted it, we couldn't go aboard. I still didn't have a paper. I tell you one thing, that Scow's a cool guy. When I questioned him about the speedboat pulling up alongside, he said the guy had tried to buy some lobsters from him. He even had lobster traps set in the water. All right, let's go over it again. I want to hear it. I want to hear every word you overheard in that bar yesterday about the rendezvous.
I didn't overhear anything worthwhile at the bar.
Well, where did you hear it?
I got it from Chuck. He told me last night when I got home from the Rusty Bucket.
Chuck? Chuck who?
Chuck Whitfield.
Karen, I'm sorry about Scott.
I know. Was he murdered?
Well, the autopsy report said he was struck on the head. He didn't drown.
This came a few days after Scott left. He, just wanted to let me know why he was going. There's more. I've been in a fog since it came. Like it says, he doesn't want me to show it to anyone. When I talked to him later, he said, I just wanted you to know what was happening. What am I gonna do with it, Chuck?
Well, I'd like to hold on this for a while if I can.
Hey.
Glad to see you guys. He's into me for my next paycheck already.
Really?
You know, a guy bought a little house with his exact moves. So how's Scout and his group doing?
Mr. O'Malley, we got a proposition for you. How would you like to put to sea again?
In what?
We've arranged for you to use this boat that was seized by customs in San Diego. Now, we've changed the documentation and everything. We just want you to spread the word around Land's End that you're looking for a crew and some work.
Oh, chumming, huh? I mean, I'm gonna be the bait.
You're gonna be the bait. Your doctor says you're okay, and we'll cover you around the clock.
Let's get one thing straight up front. We're asking you. If you don't like it, say so.
You find Tobin?
No. But I don't think the cops have him.
I don't like it. Something spooked that creep.
Think we ought to call this trip off?
Ah, we can't. Everything's moving now. Get a new boat ready, at least a 24-footer. I'll work out a new rendezvous location later. Make sure you're not followed.
Right.
stay there with Phil. I want to talk to you. Honey, how about a cup of coffee? Now, I want to know.
I want to know. You know, Crowley, you'll never change.
I want to know where you got your information on Scow, that rendezvous this morning.
You know, when I was a cop down in Texas, I wouldn't even ask them stupid questions.
Yeah, well, you're not a cop in Texas, not pal, so.
No, I ain't. You ain't my pal either, Crowley, so don't call me pal. Walk around half cocked all the time. That's why she won't marry you.
I love the way you just make your little pit stop every couple of years. Expect Pepper just to drop whatever she's doing. Are you some kind of an expert on what's good for her?
Yeah, you got a problem. I'll tell you what your problem is.
My problem?
Yeah, you got a problem. See, you don't have the ability to show your true feelings for her. And you're sitting back very comfortable seeing a little relationship where there's no commitment. But let someone else show a little interest, and old play it safe Crowley starts feeling threatened.
Hi. I hear you're looking for work. Is your boat for hire?
Well, depends on what for.
I want to haul a load of shrimp up from Guaymas. Are you interested?
Huh?
What do you use for a crew?
I got a mate.
Okay. Get her fueled up and ready to go. We'll shove off at 1600 tomorrow.
You didn't say anything about money.
Oh, that's right. How about $100 a ton? Good. Oh, in case I have to contact you, you sleep on board, don't you?
Well, it sure beats sleeping in the water, don't it?
It sure does. I'll see you.
You say he sleeps on the boat? Well, if you pour on the coal, you ought to be back a couple hours after dawn. We'll meet right here.
Right.
You're not going to get me on this thing. I get seasick just looking at them.
It's tied up. Not gonna move.
Yeah. I thought you said it didn't move.
Oh.
What about Delgado?
Well, he wants this boat ready at 1600 hours tomorrow. He wants me to haul some shrimp from Guaymas. The only thing is that this is not a shrimp-carrying boat, so I would think that they are up to something.
Sounds good. How are you doing?
What you really mean is, have I had a drink yet, huh?
I feel that I added a little extra pressure on you.
No pressure. Maybe this is just what it took. Been a long, long time. Wish I could kick it.
How long you been on the sauce?
Too long. Ever since my wife died. Lovely lady. She was really my strength. We didn't have any kids. I lost everything and finally took the boat away from me. Tell you one thing. You can't skip a fishing boat when you're drunk.
We got company.
Okay, Pop. Plans have changed. Crank her up while I pull in the lines. And your little barmaid friend there can be your mate.
You said 1600 hours.
I said shove off, now. Slow her down. Put it on automatic pilot. Get back there with her. Move!
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Now what? Now you and your friend are gonna take a little swim.
You a good sailor? Because unless you understand dead reckoning, you're never going to keep that rendezvous.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, the compass, the direction finder, navigation laid, I'm afraid are not working too good. I mean, I started to, well, you know, tinker around with them. I guess I lost my touch.
Why, you dirty...
She's sick. Now, you better untie her if you want to keep that meat.
Sergeant, impossible on the radar turned out to be a fisher out of Guaymas.
That's great. Tell me something. How much longer is it going to take you guys to cover that area?
If we pinpoint it correctly, an hour and a half more.
That's great. She's been out there 8 hours now.
Sergeant, I'm being asked, how is it possible they pirated the boat when the police were watching it?
You guys want to tell him?
Well, personally, we just thought that O'Malley was taking Pepper for a ride around the harbor.
Why did you bring him?
What else could I do? He screwed up all the navigation equipment.
You should have stayed with your bottle. Or maybe you'd prefer a burial at sea. I'll take care of it.
Best chance we're gonna have is in the water.
I'm not that good a swimmer.
You just do what I tell you and hang tight, honey.
Drop.
Blow your guts out.
Well, he did say it was one of the biggest busts in the history of the department.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it's a case for homicide. We got 4 people dead. That weed seizure's got to be incidental to that.
Well, there had to be more people involved. Has anybody else been caught?
San Francisco PD picked up a Confederate named Tobin, male Caucasian, this morning.
Incidentally, well, at this point, it's just a rumor, but I've heard that for your assistance in this investigation, Treasury's thinking about returning your old boat to you.
My old boat?
Jack, why didn't you tell us that Scow had bought it from you and changed the name to Seasport?
Yeah, well, it's, you know, just kind of a personal thing, I guess. Actually, I guess I don't like to see a lady's name changed.
Ralph.
I got something important I want to talk to you about.
Okay, go ahead, open it. We'd both like to see what's inside.
I paid you good money.
Yeah, you did. First, to find your boy's killer. They're in jail. Second, to find your property, and there it is. So open it.
Open it. All right, I'll open it. What do you think, Mr. McManus? About $2 million worth?
Was it worth your boy's life?
I'm going to read you your constitutional rights.
I don't know what happened to my old man, Karen. When I found out he'd gone into the drug business, too, something inside of me burst. I remembered a few buddies in Nam, how the lousy heroin ruined them. And so I took a chest he had, and I hid it. Then he ended up with more crooks and got killed. World sure is ironic sometimes. Pretty sickening.
Yeah. But we've got you in it. So that kind of balances it out.
You and your sweet talk, you know? I know you don't mean it, and I fall for it every time.
Just keep falling.
What's with you and Crowley?
We're both interested in the same thing. You, my doll.
Well, that's why you called me once.
I'm interrupting something?
No, nothing you haven't interrupted before.
Good. You ready?
Where are we going?
O'Malley is so tickled to have his boat back, he wants you and me to be the first visitors.
Oh, that's great. Sure. And you're coming with us.
Well, he said you and him.
That's probably a little crowded, but no, I guess we can squeeze you in.
Oh, what is it, a christening or something?
Yeah, he's naming it the one for the road.